I flunked in my second prelims. In first, I already flunked, and in second prelims, I flunked by 0.67 marks. That was so heartbreaking for me. I was completely broken. I left the journey in mid, and then I go for my plan B. And then again, I said to myself, let's give myself a last chance to ourselves, and that will be in 2025. Even if I have to write multiple prelims from here on, I know that I will never flunk again. So I gave that chance, and thankfully God has been very kind to me to give this rank to me. Thankfully I have been blessed with 206 marks.
Welcome to Enlite IAS Toppers Talk. Today we have Divya Srivastava, who secured rank 418 in UPSC CSE 2025. Congrats, Divya.
Thank you, sir.
So you are from Raebareli.
Yes, sir.
And how was your UPSC journey?
Sir, it was not a smooth, as you know, and it was full of many downs than ups, but finally I have one up, and that up is so much to cheer about. So I started and then I flunked in my second prelims. In first, I already flunked, and in second prelims, I flunked by 0.67 marks. That was so heartbreaking for me. And then I sort of did hard work and cleared third prelims and reached the interview stage. And then I thought that, okay, my journey is over. Now I will be getting rank. But reality was far away from it. I flunked again, and as a result of which I became a sort of depressed. I flunked prelims again in my fourth attempt. And then finally, I thought that my pre is not good. Even my mains is also not good because I was not getting the final selection. And so I started working towards my preparation holistically in my fifth and sixth attempt. But in fifth attempt, it was during the COVID period. So that also did not fructify very well. And I lost the motivation. I was completely broken. I left the journey in mid, and then I went on to go for my plan B. And then again, I said to myself, let's give myself a last chance to ourselves, and that will be in 2025. So I gave that chance, and thankfully God has been very kind to me to give this rank to me.
Yep. Divya, from Raebareli to Kerala,
Yes, sir.
how did you reach Enlite?
Sir, I took philosophy as a subject of my study in my graduation out of inclination, and later I decided to go with it for the UPSC optional preparation. I did a sort of test series from coachings here, but I thought that they were checking it like in a normal mechanical way, and their suggestions were not improving my marks. So I was searching that how could I improve my marks. So there was one topper from Kerala. His name is Govindu, and he has secured more than 300 marks, and he had written on Quora that there is Mahesh sir in Kerala Enlite IS who is guiding his students very well. So I asked Asif sir that, sir, I wanted his number, I want his guidance. And from there, my association with Enlite IS began. And I was right in my approach because sir pointed out the minutest detail in my answers. And he used to say that do not write the book's name. And whenever it is not needed, he used to say that revise it. And he even said it bluntly that your philosophy optional preparation is not very specific, it is very generalistic, and you need to prepare as holistically, you need to prepare the topics, and that is the best advice which I got from sir and I implemented.
So, coming to the prelims,
Yes, sir.
what was your strategy for that?
The years in which I have cleared, and in later period, even if I have to write multiple prelims from here on, I know that I will never flunk again. And the reason is that I have prepared a lot about it. Most important thing I kept in my mind is that is to focus upon the previous year questions, and they should be there in my mind. So whenever I am reading any topic, I used to get that okay, number of questions which have come from here, and how questions have been formulated from this area. Whenever I was reading any topic, I could recall, okay, this question in this year came. So that was my level of preparation. What different I did for prelims, whatever questions had come in UPSC, I wrote all of the questions. So you won't believe, all of the questions in my handwriting, that this is the area from where topics have come, and that kind of internalized in my memory. And that's why I am saying that I will never flunk in prelims again.
Oh.
And this year also my marks are 106, so I think these are decent enough.
Okay, and that moving on to this mains preparation.
Yes, sir.
So, how helpful was your journey with us?
It was very, even though I started with the philosophy optional, but Mahesh sir was always keen on guiding me in GS also. So he used to suggest, he even suggested me that write the open test here. Even though sometimes I could not write, but sometimes I write, and he used to suggest me very beautifully that you need to implement those suggestions. You need to write the specific examples, specific committee reports also. And in philosophy, I never went again to anywhere. He was there only. So that was his Enlite IS contribution to me. I was mostly connected to Enlite IS via Mahesh sir only.
Okay, so in this long journey, what kept you motivated?
So I was not motivated always, honestly. Sometimes there were breakdowns, there were existential crises that why I am here on this earth, why I was born. These questions were also there after multiple failures. But I have the habit of writing the diary, and that I used to, whenever I used to write the negative emotions, I used to write about the positive things also. So somehow they might have rewired my brain. And also, not to forget the mentors like Mahesh sir, who always used to keep me motivated. Even before interview, I said that I am not confident enough. Then he said, please rewire your brain. You are. Do not say things like this. You have reached this far, and this is a sort of achievement. You should be celebrating this and own your DAF. So these are some wonderful suggestions which I got and I implemented. So my mentors and my diary and support of family, were the pillars which kept me motivated during the darkest period of my preparation journey.
Yeah, okay. And moving on to the interview, how was your preparation for the interviews?
This time, this was like a make or break thing for me, because I was going to interview for the last time, and my interview scores were not very good. They were in 150s. So I thought that I need to do something different. Otherwise, I will not be clearing it forever. And my handwriting is big, so I know that even in means I cannot be that topper who will ultimately come out of nowhere. So I had to work hard in interview as well. So number one thing, I own my DAF, which was suggested by sir. Number two thing, I changed my attire completely. People say that women should not be wearing dark saris in interview. It is not appropriate, but I changed that thing for myself because I was looking more beautiful in blue sari, and I went with that. And third thing is that rather than going for mocks and mocks, the most wonderful thing which I did was that I continuously took, I think I took 4 mocks or 5 mocks with the Enlite IS, which were very informal in nature, where we did not focus upon the facial expression. We did not focus upon how we sit, how we communicate, what we dress. We simply focused upon what we are speaking and how we are speaking. Sometimes it was single member panel, sometimes it was double member panel, and sometimes it was multiple member panel. And that is the best thing to happen in my life. And sir even suggested that you are not firstly he said that you are not doing good, then later he said okay, now you have improved, carry forward this. And I think this little improvement which he suggested during my interview preparation phase, which I implemented it, those helped me a lot in gaining the confidence. And number 3, I prepared my DAF very well. It means that I prepared my every word of my DAF. I prepared them some of questions I could predict in the interview hall, and that's why thankfully I have been blessed with 206 marks.
Okay, so coming on to the philosophy option again.
Yes, sir.
So, what was your preparation strategy for this time?
This time,
No, I'm generally asking for what it was.
sir, initially I did like everybody started with the basic books, C.D. Sharma, and then Chatterjee and Datta for Indian philosophy, and then Vaimasi thing. And later on, I converted them into notes. And over a period of time, even those notes were condensed to a smallest form. And this is the strategy which I applied not only in the philosophy, even across the GS papers. Something which I could carry to my exam before the examination hall, and something which I could read. Only those things were carried forward. So I prepared smallest possible notes for all the subjects, not only the philosophy, and those worked. And number 2, I focused upon the diagrams as well, which I took, and I gave the credit to the Maheshwar because he has the habit of making diagrams in his notes. So I took many diagrams from there. So my diagrams were already prepared that if such questions come from this area, then I will be making these diagrams. Even though these strategies fail when you have the time limit and you have to write those 20 questions, 5 questions in philosophy, sorry. But whenever I had the time and I had the privilege, I tried to implement as much as possible.
Okay. So, what are your suggestions to the upcoming aspirants?
My suggestion would be to have the self belief, even though this is very normal phrase. But even if you are not, even if you do not want to believe upon you, please write down some kind of manifestation or something, and do yoga and meditation, because ultimately it is the positive thought or the positive energy which is going to help us to make this journey a bit easier. And secondly is, do not be afraid from taking risk, be it in the pre, be it in the mains, be it in the interview, because from there innovation comes, and that innovation leads us to that elite list which we are seeking for. And third is, seek financial stability if you are in doubt, because that is very important, and that takes a lot of your mental strength sometimes. So please implement these suggestions.
Okay. And do you have any suggestions for us?
Sir, please expand yourself so that your reach is more, because you are doing very wonderful job and very genuine job. You are in guiding the students in most genuine way. So I would be more pleased if you can have one branch in Delhi as well. And secondly, please expand your programs as well. It should not be people know only philosophy optional, but I know sir has the plans for essay and ethics also. So world wants to see, and I know the kind of innovation which Enlite IS has. I am sure that you will be doing great in that also.
Okay. So, thank you for sharing the time with us.
Yes, sir.
And
My
we
pleasure.
wish you a very best in your future career.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.